over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Wilson. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Preston Smith in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Blake Martinez, the NFC's leading tackler a year ago, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
We got 4.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Fourth down, and out is the all-pro punter from a year ago, Michael Dixon, to punt for Seattle. Tyler Ervin back deep. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 23 yards, the final tally. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Lockett. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson flushed out right. That's caught by Hollister. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. All right, CD, let's take a step back. Look at the AFC playoff picture with just 3 weeks to go. Hard to believe. Essentially, I think it's 7 teams for 6 spots right now. The Ravens are in, looking good for the number 1 seed at 11-2, essentially with a 2-game lead over the 10-3 Pats, who they beat in Week 9. Then what, we got Chiefs in the West leading right now. Texans currently ahead in the AFC South. How about that wild card picture?
Yeah, how about Buffalo? They had a tough loss at home to Baltimore, but that game could have big ramifications. And the Steelers, how are they 8-5 on their 3rd, maybe essentially 4th quarterback of the year since they traded Josh Dobbs in preseason? Incredible job Mike Tomlin has done as the head coach there. But the team to keep an eye out for in the AFC South, the Tennessee Titans. They are hot right now, 8-5, and running the heck out of the football with Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I mentioned the Texans currently holding the AFC South lead, but they also have that 8-5 record. It's going to be close down the stretch.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a defensive stalemate. No scoring in that first half whatsoever. But a breakthrough can't be too far off. And for the start of the second half, let's get you right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Wilson eluding the pressure right, and he's going to keep it here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. We know he's got the arm, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work with his legs.
Field opened up. He took advantage. On first down, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Wilson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, and Rodgers. He's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, Second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Check. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check. Switch. Alert flare.
They'll go again to Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Watch the out. Right there, 54. 54
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Adams has it, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Rodgers now on first down. It's caught here by Adams. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. This is Carson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on second down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career. And he's going to need another one right now. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Matchbox lights.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 52 yards. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Crosby with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Wilson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single-digit. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Check 26, check 26.
Again, it's Jones. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Right there.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. On first down, it's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Wide. Get wide. He's coming. He's coming. We got double up. Shit.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterback.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Jamal Williams. 42 yards. But the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, a 6-play drive. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So Wilson and the Seahawks down 14-6. Less than 90 seconds to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the 2-point conversion as well. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf, 77 yards. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Now Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. 2-point game. They have the football. Their defense was able to do their job. Now can the offense just hold on here, Charles?
And they better, because after the job the defense did to give them the ball back with this lead, it's time for them to seal the deal and allow them to go to the locker room with a victory.
They'll try to seal the deal. Here we go. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as turned around.
Yeah, you just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after...
Mason Crosby of the Packers has it teed up, and off we go from Lambeau. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense here set to take over with Russell Wilson leading the way. Wilson, a Pro Bowler 5 times in his 7 NFL seasons, including last year, when he threw for a career-high 35 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game when emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Preston Smith there on the stop. And one of the big bodies helping out this offense is your boy, Upati.
And all he wants to do is have running plays called. Fire out and smack people.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
No problem, bro.
Operating from the gun. Wilson forced it, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Solid finish to the opening drive. And look, when you get down around the goal line, you have to account for his legs. We saw it right there.
Yeah, that's the added dimension to the offense, isn't it? Remember what the offensive line coach told us earlier this week? I told my guys, he's going to run it. We have to make sure he stays protected and give him an opportunity.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Flame Fox over the house right now.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Oh, okay, cool.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense led by number 12, Aaron Rodgers. And the Pack in an unfamiliar position this year. They have not made the playoffs for 2 years running. 6-9-1 a year ago. And now with a new head coach in Matt LaFleur, no guarantee certainly that they'll play meaningful football in January this year. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. No. Hold. Back to one. Kill. You go tight. Right left. You got tight.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Allison.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it with Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This is Jones. Avoids him at the 40. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running. In on the tackle there, Bobby Wagner coming off a 3rd straight All-Pro season.
Over.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Watch the safety creep. General West.
The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a first down following a gain of 3. On the ground, this is Williams. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Mike, 319. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Whip. Over.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. He gets this to Davante Adams. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 47 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result, a Green Bay score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. We get a look at the Packers defense as they work their way into position. And as we're going to see... Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Eluding the pressure right. Room past the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run on first down. Williams. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. On 2nd down, Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. Two former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end, Graham. Packer first down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough.
And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Touchdown. Dexter Williams taking it in. And the Packers have taken the lead. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, folks, we gave you a glance at the AFC playoff picture. Let's talk NFC playoff picture. Bit of a shakeup because the Niners and the Saints game and then the Seahawks and the Rams. So San Fran back up to the top spot. Then you have the Packers who beat Washington moving up to number 2. The Saints with the loss, try to follow all this. They drop down the spot. But it's a critical one as they lose that first-round bye, and then we're still awaiting resolution on the Cowboys and the Eagles in the NFC East seeding.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy deal because essentially San Francisco and Seattle have kind of been trading back and forth. And after Sunday night's games, San Francisco holds that spot. But remember, those two play Week 17. It could all be decided then. The Saints have already locked down the NFC South. They're trying to get one of those top 2 seeds, as you mentioned. But the race for these wild cards, Minnesota sitting right there holding the number 6 spot. They're a game ahead of the Rams, who are really hot right now. And the Bears, after whacking the Cowboys last week, they're hanging in there as well.
But as you're alluding to, I mean, Seattle drops from the number 1 seed all the way down to the number. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montrevious Adams in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
On 1st down, Jones down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
319. 54. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Alert 26. Alert 3. Check 30. Alert 3. Alert 3. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
on second down and 4. Rodgers, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 6 yards away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Chris Carson trotting back out there. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down 2. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Well, as we hit the home stretch of the regular season, just 3 weeks left. Let's look at the slate for Week 15, some of the more intriguing games. Houston and Tennessee, that's a big one in the AFC South. Rams going to Dallas, Buffalo and Pittsburgh, that's a Sunday night game. And then Charles Davis will be taking his parka to the frozen tundra. You've got Chicago and Green Bay this week.
Certainly do, and I'll take a heck of a lot more than just my parka. I will look like Bib the Michelin Man when it's all said and done. I will be bundled to the gills. A high of 27 expected at kickoff. But let's face it, how much fun will that be? Another historic Bears-Packers game, and a game where the Bears have to have it, and the Packers trying to hold on to the...
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 20 yards. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running right, Jones.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Watch the screen. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. 36.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
They'll go with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defense
coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Wilson.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Now it's Carson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 2nd and 5 now. Wilson being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He may try and run for this. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50. The 40. Past the 20. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now the Seahawks going to use the... That'll leave them with 2 remaining.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday.
Coach, the rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Washington Redskins and the Baltimore Ravens. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on. Come on, D.
Now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All day, every day, any day.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left. And that will be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins taking the field, led once again by a number 7. Of course, Joe Theismann's old number hadn't been used in 33 years, but Joe gave the okay to wear it to this man, their 1st-round pick, Dwayne Haskins. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run with Adrian Peterson, the 2nd active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards that time and a Washington 1st.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Check it back.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Charles, as the Ravens offense comes back out here, you know, it's really good to be a Baltimore fan right now. With the win in Buffalo Week 14, the Ravens have already clinched a playoff spot. They can win the AFC North on Thursday night with a victory over the Jets or a Pittsburgh loss.
And they received an early holiday present as well, courtesy of Kansas City's victory over New England this past week. With the head-to-head win over the Patriots back in Week 9, they essentially have a 2-game lead over them with only 3 games remaining for the #1 seed in the AFC. So I think the Ravens front office now going shopping, going to send a gift back to Kansas City, although it won't come in the form of games.
And they have won 9 straight, Baltimore. That's the longest regular season win streak in franchise history. They've held the last 8 of those opponents to 20 points or fewer. They are hitting on all cylinders.
I would not want to be a quarterback playing against them. They come at you from every conceivable angle. Some things don't even make sense. All you know is you're going to get hit in the pocket.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here. as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. Here's Sam Cook now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Washington coming back out here on offense. You know, Charles, something I didn't realize about the Redskins until we got to the stadium today is that they were actually still in playoff contention because of how the NFC East has been struggling.
No.
Well, they're not anymore after the Week 14 loss to Green Bay.
Going into it, they were actually still in playoff contention.
Well, at 3-9, had they run the table and Dallas and Philly had kept losing, yeah, that was an option. But it's not anymore.
What a statement about the NFC East and Dallas and Philly that Washington 3-9 was still in it until this loss to Green Bay. That's amazing.
Yeah, and give Washington credit. That's a tough place, obviously, to go and play at Green Bay. They hung in there, but ultimately fell 20-15.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Give them credit for playing tough, for playing close, because I thought they'd lose that one by 30, especially the way Green Bay started the game. Now they finish up the season home against Philadelphia, home against the Giants, at Dallas. A final evaluation for rookie quarterback Dwayne Haskins.
Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, this from 46. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check 31, check 31. Out, 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 out. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go, D. Jump, jump.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They come out here in the eye. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice drive. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses. And excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Haskins to throw. Going up top. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. So we've reached halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On play action, Haskins. And his throw here is incomplete. Kelvin Harmon, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic first down.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check. They're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ryan Anderson, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Justin Tucker for the extra point. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
But it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Domada Peko racks up the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judah. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Fourth down, here's Haskins. And that is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the
bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see third-year quarterback Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans as they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams. Kickoff is moments away, so let's get you out to our commentators. And standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, the summer beach weather may be long gone, but still a tremendous afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. And a few short moments ago, running back Todd Gurley trying to fire up the Ram faithful here in Southern California as his guys get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jared Goff and the Rams set to take over on offense. For Goff last year, of course, the disappointing end to a terrific season. His development really took a big step forward throughout. Nearly 4,700 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, playoff wins over the Cowboys and the Saints before that Super Bowl loss to New England. Goff on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Hey, 4-1 Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. As the Rams set up shop for this next drive, Charles, let's talk about where they're at. They're 8-5. They're on a 2-game winning streak. Big win in Week 14 against Seattle. And guess what the key to their victory was in Week 14?
What's the key? What's the key?
Going back to what they did last year, pressure with their defensive line and a heavy dose of Todd Gurley.
Yeah, that pressure led to 5 sacks of Russell Wilson in the game. And Todd Gurley had 20-plus carries in the ball game, looking more like himself now. I wonder if the load management helped him to get him to this stage of the season. But they'll need everything down the stretch because not only do they have to win out, they're going to need some help along the way. They don't control their own destiny. At Dallas, at San Francisco, host Arizona, they're looking for some losses along the way, especially with Minnesota.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. On 1st and 10, Goff. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
An offensive line play is not something that comes to mind readily, but it's always a big key in a ball game. And already these guys, they're getting it done up front, as we've seen this rushing attack have some early success.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. The 5th year back from Texas, this is Malcolm Brown. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
180. Hey, Shell. Recon, what's that?
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Check 41. Let's go.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
Into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Deshaun Watson ready to lead the Texans offense, coming off a great turnaround season in 2018. Remember, 2 years ago, he missed much of his rookie campaign with a knee injury, but he led the Texans to an 11-5 record and an AFC South title last year. On first down, it's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go, defense. Out top. It's out of the core. Watch it.
On first down, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Third and 2, Watson. And that is incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And wow, the fair catch was signaled for and taken inside the 5-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone. Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, here's Goff. And able to find Higbee, it's complete. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
At the 26-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. 2nd and 5 now. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
76.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. As Houston comes back out here on offense, Charles, it's got to be a frustrated team right now after that loss at home to Denver in Week 14, 38-24. They got down early, big, and couldn't really overcome that deficit. You know, you think about it, they beat New England. They have Tennessee coming up in Week 15. I don't know that you have trap games in the National Football League, but if there is such a thing, maybe this was one.
And really with a team that couldn't afford it because they're in a heck of a race with the Tennessee Titans in the AFC South, and the Titans are really hot right now. You would think that a team at this level could handle prosperity a little bit, and that's what I mean by beating New England. They didn't handle it well at all. In fact, their head coach, Bill O'Brien, he took the blame squarely on his shoulders and said, I didn't have my team ready to play.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To the air yet again, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And the left half should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. We now proceed to the start of the second half. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Again, it's Hyde. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just...
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald with a sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
It's your first drive of the second half. You're down on the scoreboard. Maybe you just say to yourself, let's take a shot, see if we can shake them up. And boy, they hit that one.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to
throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face a 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And that will knot us up at 10. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Watson on 1st down. He's got Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown from 19 yards away. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter.
That drive was quick and impressive. Almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney muscled his way in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Out of the gun. Goff. Going up top for Kupp. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Rams going for it on fourth. Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee you, he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm willing to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on
under pressure, and they got to him again. Jared Goff, 4 times last year, he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Flushed out right. And that one's complete to Gurley. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. On first down, Goff being chased out left. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Goff now to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's gone. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaching, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So Goff and the Rams down 20-10, a little over 50 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it to Cooks. And that one results in 35 yards.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the 4th quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Goff now looks to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Goff steps away to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Goff. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. Throwing now, Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. It's caught inside the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Well,
Coach, the usual sea of red here in this venerable stadium has been turned white as we are high above snowy Arrowhead Stadium in KC. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Patrick Mahomes now in his third season in the league, leading the Chiefs onto the field. And, boy, when the Chiefs traded starting quarterback Alex Smith before 2018, a lot of people were wondering how good Patrick Mahomes could be, and he showed the entire league how good he could be, racking up over 5,000 yards and tied for second most passing touchdowns in a season with 50 of them. And he was handed the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year awards. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Looking to throw on second down. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And an alley to run. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
You better be afraid of me.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. That's good for 28 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Olivier Vernon is a defensive end that combines terrific run-stopping ability with a quick first step to the passer.
On second down, it's McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers pointing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheel. And McCoy is in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 26 yards. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Browns under their new head coach, Freddie Kitchens. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Switch. Kill. Check 26, check 26.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Here we go again. Wide, get wide.
Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Reggie Ragland in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 61 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we had that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
Come on, fellas.
Kansas City Chiefs coming off their 4th consecutive AFC West title. They beat the New England Patriots in Week 14. And Charles, as they set up for this next drive, and again, they're celebrating that AFC West title. They've had some ups and downs this year, the injury to Patrick Mahomes, but they looked really good last week in that 23-16 victory.
And I think what's really moved well for Kansas City is how the defense has come along. Because mid-season, that was the #1 concern. You could run the ball in Kansas City. Could they stop you when it was crucial? But Chris Jones, their defensive tackle, has gotten healthy, and that's really shored up the run defense. They're getting a few other guys along the front. They have played well, and now they're blitzing, getting after people. And when you put that with Mahomes in the offense, this team playing with a lot of confidence, especially after going to Foxborough and taking out the Patriots.
And think about this now. They jump past the Texans into the #3 seed in the AFC for the time being. One more slip-up by the Patriots, and the Chiefs, they could be poised to move to the #2 seed and get the first-round bye. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. Watkins, the intended receiver.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Following the interception, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hurry! 53, Mike. Alert! Shot!
3rd and long for Mayfield. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Fielded at the 20. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, while the two of us head for warmer areas of the press box, we'll be sending you to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Mack Wilson drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh, no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City.
Return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. The Browns drive about to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
Remember, they'll get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They go play action. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
They go play action here on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Demetrius Harris there to make the grab. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And now here comes Kansas City. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
An eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Flush to his right. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Offense.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Yellow, 180. Watch the run, 57, color, 57.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Not too many breaks ahead according to the radar. More snow on the horizon as we are back underway in half number 2. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The 3rd quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Anthony Hitchens, 2nd in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. Play fake. Mayfield. He finds his target. Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Mayfield off the play fake. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line.
First down, Browns.
Mayfield on play action. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Second down.
Kill. Run. Kill. Regular. 53's mine. Check. 50. Hey, Delta. Let's go, honey.
On play action, they'll throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes buying time to his left. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Kelsey, such a valuable part of this offense. Made the Pro Bowl the last 4 seasons. 2018 being the most productive when he went over 1,300 yards, 10 touchdowns, and a great relationship between he and Pat Mahomes off the field. Very good friends, attended a bunch of high-profile sporting events together in the offseason, and that chemistry, it certainly shows on the field. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And it's caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach.
And McCoy is in for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Mayfield now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
C6.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We're back now in KC. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man is Higgins, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So that'll back them up 5.
Still 2nd down.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Seibert's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. Now it's Mahomes being chased out left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a 1st down. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He'll run it. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football. But as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards. Great elusiveness and speed. And the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback. But if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. From the 40 now on second down. Mahomes, he's going to look deep for one. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Stop short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are going to win the football game. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down by 7, 40 seconds to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He'll look to throw. He's going to take off with it. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. He finds McCoy. 20! And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a...
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still when it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, passing your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints and rock. We earn 30 years so you can save your God. 3 turns, live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is octane, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Ready, set, steady, bang. Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep the flow.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Today, it's an NFC West battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy G led them to a 48-46 thrilling victory in New Orleans in Week 14. Charles, you were there, and Garoppolo 349 and 4 touchdowns.
And what I liked about the game and how they approached it with him, and all teams say the same thing when they play the 49ers.
Here we go.
Let's slow down the running game and make Garoppolo beat us. Well, the 49ers attacked with him right out of the gate, letting him throw the football before they got to the running game. And boy, did he respond, and in a big way. And how about the signature drive at the end to lead them to victory? That big 4th and 2 to George Kittle that set up Robbie Gould's game-winning field goal.
Quite a season. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Murray off play action. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Murray from midfield. And again, he'll give it to Fitzgerald. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco.
Jaworski Tartt came out of Samford University in Alabama, and he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
Play fake. Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. To throw, it's Murray. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. D Ford with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the 49ers again here for their next drive on offense. And San Francisco, as we said, got the win over New Orleans Week 14. That moved them.
What a game. What a game.
You said, did you tell me that was maybe the best game you've ever called at the NFL level?
Well, there's no doubt in my mind at the NFL level. There was a couple of college games that were pretty good, that Boise State, Oklahoma, and Appalachian State, Michigan. But as far as an overall game, number one on my list.
And speaking of number one, the victory moved them back into the number one spot in the NFC by virtue of their win in New Orleans and the Seahawks losing to the Rams in L.A. on Sunday night. And what did you tell me? That 11-2 start is their best start since when?
1997. And not only that, for a West Coast team that has to play some East Coast games, they're 6-1 on the road now. So give them a ton of credit conquering that time zone jinx that many teams have. This is a good football team, and they're looking ahead to the rest of the season and Week 17 in particular when they go to Seattle, maybe to settle the NFC West title.
And one more nugget, those 11 wins, that's more than the 49ers came up with during the first 2 years of the Shanahan-Lynch era. There's Garoppolo to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Garoppolo now completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 21. Let's go, let's bring it.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Zach Kerr. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough.
Check 50. Check safety.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Lock. 58 to Mike.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Dancing to his left. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Mike, here we go, here we go. Wait, 80! I know you ain't got it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Here we go, here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
That would give to the big fullback Juszczyk. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Charles, before Arizona starts this next drive, let's look at where they're at. 3-9-1. What's interesting is they've lost 6 straight. They played Detroit in week 1. Those two teams tied. And then those two teams were 3-3-1, and both squads have lost 6 in a row since. But as you were saying to me off air, kind of like the Cardinals, they seem to have some promise with their 3-9-1 record.
I would agree with that, and I think it started in that season opener because they were down big to Detroit at home, came back and tied it. I think Detroit left disappointed, and Arizona left that game encouraged. And even as the season goes on with all these losses in a row, there's a lot of encouragement because you start with Kyler Murray. He's kept his team in a lot of games, even though he threw 3 picks in this last one. And Chandler Jones never gets talked about as one of the best defenders in the league. He had his 14th sack in this game, second in the league in that category. He is a good player, and I think this team, the arrow, definitely moving up for Arizona.
Last 3 games, if they want to try to break this losing streak they're on, though, they're home for Cleveland, then at the Seahawks, and then on the road again against the Rams.
I'm calling it now. They beat Cleveland at home.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw is Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Buying time to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis in the final seconds of the first.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. So we have reached halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. Now Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014. And remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. To throw is Murray. That's caught by Keyshawn Johnson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From midfield now on 2nd down. Garoppolo, the tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's taken down inside the 30. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Murray with a 3rd and long. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And they'll get this down to the 10. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Murray now to throw. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Murray forced out to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first down.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. Throwing now is Murray. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. DeForest Buckner getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he finds Fitzgerald. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Murray now on 1st down. And again, he'll give it to Fitzgerald. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. After the sack on 1st down, Murray, and it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Garoppolo escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Had a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And Charles, in this one, the fourth quarter became a lot more interesting, I know, than I anticipated. Probably you anticipated. A comeback bid falling just a little bit short.
You're never supposed to count a team out, and I know we didn't on air, but mentally, I just didn't see this type of a comeback, especially one that put them in a position to put the real pressure on them down the stretch.